As we saw in the last clip, Aurelia uses new features of the JavaScript language, and it is expected that we'll be writing our application using the same new JavaScript features that Aurelia uses, features like modules and classes. And that means we're going to need some tools for the immediate future, tools that can transform our code into older versions of JavaScript that run across all the browsers that we want to support. We don't need a lot of tools, and some of these tools you might already be familiar with. The first tool that you'll need, of course, is a text editor or IDE. You can use Aurelia in any environment and with any editor. So if you want to use Sublime or Atom or VI or Visual Studio, they will all work. And of course, you can use any server-side technology stack that you want, ASP.NET or Rails or Node. For this course, I'll be using Visual Studio and ASP.NET, but we won't spend a lot of time on the server. We will focus on writing client-side code. In addition to an editor, you will want to have Node.js installed. This is because most of the best JavaScript tools are written for Node, and Node is a simple, lightweight install. Just come to nodejs.org and click the install button. You can have Node.js running on Windows or OS X or Linux. Once Node is installed, you should be able to open up a command prompt or a shell and type Node. That will start the REPL for Node, and I'll just do a quick test. Yes, Node can add 2+2, so I know Node is successfully installed. And when you install Node, you will also receive a program called NPM, the Node Package Manager. NPM allows us to download additional libraries and tools that we will be using to deliver our application into the browser. So if Node installed successfully, I should also be able to type NPM. And since I didn't give NPM a specific command, I just see the help text, but I can see that NPM is working. One of the tools that I will install with NPM is a tool called JSPM. JSPM is a package manager. It's similar to Bower if you have used Bower. JSPM allows me to download libraries and packages that I want to use in the browser. For example, if I was developing something with jQuery, I can use JSPM to install a version of jQuery or Bootstrap, or in our case, we're going to be installing Aurelia. And JSPM goes beyond just being a simple package manager, because JSPM will set up our environment to load JavaScript code as modules and work the way that we want to work in this world of ECMAScript 2015. JSPM can even compile ES 2015 code on the fly into ES5 code as it's loaded into the browser, so things work even in browsers that don't understand these new standards. I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a bit, but for now let me show you how easy it is to install JSPM. Once you have Node and NPM running, I can say npm please install JSPM and do that with a -G, do it globally. That means I should be able to open up a shell or a command prompt anywhere on this machine and type JSPM to run this package manager. And now that that installation has completed, I should be able to type JSPM. And these are all the available options for JSPM. The thing we'll be doing the most is JSPM install, but we'll get to that. And there is potentially one other tool that you will need to install. JSPM relies on a command line Git client. So if you can open up your shell and type JSPM and you can type Git, and both of those programs execute without an error, you are set and ready to go. If you don't have a command line Git client, you can always come to git-scm.com, and on this page you will find downloads where you can get a Git client. And just remember, you'll want a command line Git client. But those are the tools that we need. We need Node, we need Git, we need JSPM, plus we need an editor. So with those things in place, let's write our first Hello World program.